Just here, Brendan, after the game, such a disappointing way to end the first game of the season.
I was terribly disappointed. I thought they did really well to hold out for most of the second half with only 10 men. Yeah. Very disappointing though.
What do you think of the two decisions for the yellow cards? 2 yellow cards for Andy Lyons, of course, being sent off. Do you think they were a bit harsh, maybe?
I definitely thought they were a bit harsh. I thought the ref was a bit quick in producing the yellow cards for Bohs. I mean, it works both ways. There's a couple of tackles that the Rovers players, the card should have been shown and it wasn't. Very disappointing. I thought it was a bit imbalanced, to be honest with you.
And of course Keith Long likes to play kind of like a nice passing style of play. Do you think the conditions affected that today?
Big time. Sure, flipping the sheets of rain coming down, the wind, it was unbelievable. They say it was really difficult to play in those conditions. But look, I mean, the signs are good. Your man out on the right, TK, the lad we signed from Sligo. I thought he did really well. Andre played really well. Danny, when he came on, he showed a bit. So I think the signs are good. It was unfortunate that we lost it in the 95th minute.
And of course, moving on from now, the rest of the season, what are the goals kind of for Bohs as a fan? What do you expect to get out of the season?
I think if we achieved what we did last year, like if we're looking at third place, a good run in the cup, we're never going to be able to reach the heights of Dundalk and Rovers because we haven't got that type of money. But I'd be happy, good cup run and towards Europe again next year, please God.
Here, Gavin here, full time at Dailyman Park. Disappointing result for Bohs.
Well, first of all, to all the Shamrock Rovers fans, they're actually disgrace to the league.
Really,
and see, I'm Green. There was no need for Green to do that in the boys section, but I thought the referee was poor again. Now, I don't know how that was a red card. At first look, he got the ball, but no, I'm just not happy.
How do you think the conditions, the rain and stuff, affected the game today, the wind and everything?
Well, it was terrible because the service was cut off, but I thought for 93 minutes, Bohs defended like men.
Definitely.
But I don't know how they're going there. I think it was either lots of concentration or somebody switched off.
Just here with Josh and Killian after that. Very disappointed way to end the first game of the season. What do you think of that?
Poxy old game. Nothing really to say. Speechless.
Just unlucky last one, goal. Just nothing you can do about it.
What do you think about the 2 yellow cards for Andy Lyons? Do you think it's a bit harsh?
It was very harsh. It barely even puts from me. Yeah, man, it's the ref.
Obviously, you hear the Bohs fans. Not a whole lot to say after that. What about the rest of the season? Do you think this will kind of knock you back a bit, or will you be okay?
Be alright,
Hey, what do you think in finishing the table?
Second or third, I'd say.
We will it.
Do you think you're going to win the league? You heard it here first. There you go.
Just here at Mark at full time. Disappointing way to lose the game for Bohs.
Absolutely. And to be honest, I thought both teams did try and play a bit of football. Very difficult now in that conditions. They tried to get it down. Rovers did play a better football overall. We were waiting for something to happen all game, and you could just see the goal coming. You could see it coming. Jack Byrne pulling the strings again in the field.
Top player, isn't he? Really?
Well, I mean, even in those conditions, it was like he was playing in Wembley in a summer's day. He had that ball on a string, and he was looking for it. He was dropping deep. What happened to Bohs in the end with the 10 men, one up front? Andre Wright got very tired. He sat back. Twardick was immense. Did a lot of running, but he got a bit tired as well. He sat back, and then it just gave Rovers the initiative. So disappointing way to finish the game, but I thought, listen, they put their bodies on the line. And Breslin had a good game. First game, cleared the ball off the line in the end. I thought, Talbot had a great game. His centre backs played well, and that's all you can ask him. But I thought Twardick had a brilliant debut. I thought,
you mentioned the 10 men there. Was that for Lions? 2 bookings? Did you think it was a bit harsh, maybe, to get sent off?
At the time, I thought I wasn't sure. I saw because one of the Bohs players kicked the ball away, and I thought it was for that. But the informed guy beside me told me no, it's for the tackle. I thought he could have left it go. I mean, listen, look at the conditions.
Exactly.
The referee was dishing. It must have been a cold day. He was waving his arm with the fucking yellow cards. Sorry for the language, but let the challenges go. I mean, because people want to see challenges in football. You boys,
it's a Dublin derby.
You play the game. You play Malahide. You want to see challenges going in the derby in Malahide as well. That's what we want to see. We want to see challenges.
Thought it was harsh myself.
But the way he was waving yellow cards, there was going to be a red card.
Definitely.
So 6 cards for Bohs.
6 cards for Bohs, and he was there was an ironic cheer when he gave the one to Rovers in the end. But it's a pity, But listen. I think Rovers are what they were last year. They haven't changed. They brought in one player, Liam Scales.
And Marshall
they haven't changed an awful lot. So, and the boy from Glenavon as well. So I think they'll be the same. Again, Bohs have kept consistency in their team. Brought in a couple of very, very good players. But obviously Corcoran getting injured before the game, big problem. Danny Grant not there. Mandry being on the bench. A lot of change. A lot of attacking options there. Taken out. And then as soon as Mandry comes on, they get the red card. Listen, they don't want to hang on for so long. But I think the goal was coming in the end.
What's the expectations there for Bohs? Do you think can they top three finish?
I think top four. Everyone's saying Derry will get third, and I would probably agree with that. Again, I haven't seen Derry yet. They brought a lot of good signings. So it depends on Derry really as well. But I think Bohs will be as good as last season again. I think they'll get top four. I saw Pats last night. It won't be Pats. You can write that down now and play it back at the end of the season.
Just here at Keith at full time Irish Footy vlogs on YouTube. Make sure you go check them out, guys. But devastating one for Bohs at the end, wasn't it?
It was very tough. In fairness, it was a tough game. Those conditions were very poor, you know, and I think a draw would have been a fair result actually. But Bohs, I thought in the last 5 minutes started to panic a little bit. And they just couldn't hang on, like, you know. So
and there's a few like weird decisions. Mandrew not starting and stuff like that. It's interesting to see, wasn't it?
Did he have a knock?
I think it must have been something like that. Sure.
I know Danny Grant was out injured as well. So they were
Corkin injured in the warm up as well. I think it was.
Injured in the warm up as well. So they're huge blows for Bohs. Bohs can't really afford that. But I think they would have taken a draw, and I think you see that in their attitude at the end. And that was a bit of a problem for them because Rovers started pushing on. Jack Byrne started to get a lot of momentum. He was getting on the ball an awful lot, but you know they just couldn't hang on there. You know.
Aaron Green getting the winner as well. Good for him, obviously, to get off the mark from a Rovers perspective, of course.
I couldn't see who it was. I had to find out later on, but I couldn't see who it was. I had to find out afterwards. But typical of him to get a few goals in there. Anyway, so you know yourself.
As for Bohs now, obviously from a neutral perspective from yourself, for Bohs, where do they go from here? Like, is this kind of stay positive about it?
I won't be too worried with Bohemians, like, in fairness, because you know it's a long season. In fairness, if a young squad, that match they could have nicked a draw would have been a very good result for them as well. Like, so you know, opening weeks of the season, any team that lost, I wouldn't be too disappointed or despondent. It's a long season. A little bit of controversy about the Andy Lyons decisions as well to send them off the two bookings. Again, it's hard to see. You sound like Arsene Wenger, don't you? But honestly, like, it's very hard to see. But you know, I actually didn't know he was sent off. It took me about 2 minutes to realise. It took me about 2 minutes to realise he was actually sent off. And it's like, oh, they got a player sent off, like, you know. But I don't know. Did you see it yourself, or what? I think he got booked early on for a dive, so that's kind of one of those things. I've seen that. I have to say, it probably was a dive. I know the Bohs fans around were going mad, but it looked like a dive to me. I feel like a tackle. You can let tackles go in the Dublin derby. You can let a few tackles go. And in the conditions as well. Like, it was a tough one. And I think after that, Bohs were forced to kind of hang on a bit then as well. And I definitely saw panic in the last 5 minutes from Bohemians, and Rovers just took the game to them, you know. But look, it's a long season, so I wouldn't be worried about Bohs. But Rovers would be delighted to win that match though as well, because it's like they just grind it out. They feel like they grind out the result as well. So full time at Dalymount Park, it is Bohemians 0, Shamrock Rovers 1. A late Aaron Green goal separates the sides. What do you think of that?
Yeah, really poor game. You could see the conditions really affected the match, and I think Rovers probably a bit on top for a bit more of the game, but probably maybe deserved it, but it could have gone either way. It's one of those kind of games. It's disappointing for Bohs to end. The send off obviously helped Rovers, but disappointing for Bohs to end the first game of the season like that. But I think both teams very promising this year. I don't think that result will affect their rest of the season performance. No. You know?
Poor quality game overall, to be honest. Bohs, a couple of positives to take from it. To be fair, Twardick looked bright. The new signing from Sligo. Danny Mandry didn't start, which I thought was strange because obviously he was one of their best players last season. Maybe it was a knock.
I don't understand that. It's if you're fit enough to be on the bench, you're fit enough to start.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
So. Like you're better off taking him off than making two substitutions.
If he has to come off with injury, he does. But like, start him. Like,
especially for a game of this calibre as well.
He's probably their best player on the ball. Most likely to create chances. I think Dinny Corkin got injured in the warm up or something. I think Dinny Corkin would have been big for this kind of game.
He loves to go against Rovers. He scores a few. Like, he's good record,
and especially
experience
in a game with when the conditions are a bit adverse, like a bit weird. Someone to get the ball in their feet, lay off to Danny Mandrew, get involved, but then neither of them were playing, so I think they didn't really give themselves a chance in that.
Danny Grant was injured as well, and he was a really big young player for them last season. So taking the three out of the attack for them, they looked quite blunt in the final third of the pitch. Bohs, and they didn't have an awful lot in that area. Didn't really threaten Rovers at all. Didn't really see a chance where I thought Bohs could go on and score here at any stage. I didn't feel like that. To be honest.
No, there wasn't much. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, we say it all the time. Form goes out the window for these derbies. Like, but I say next week they both pick themselves back up. I think both these teams are going to be challenging for top 3, top 4.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rovers could even be challenging for the league. Bohs, maybe, you never know. Like usually with Bohs, they lose a few of their players, maybe even lose their manager, but they're actually kept their manager. The only player they've lost is really Leahy, and like, I think they could push on. Both teams have a promising season ahead of them, depending on how other teams get on. But yeah, I think the result is a bit of luck. Really, I think Rovers both had a bit of thing. Yeah, but I think. Yeah, both teams have a bit promising seasons anyway.
Anyway, full time here at Dalymount Park. Shamrock Rovers 1, Bohemians 0. The Tallaght side take all 3 points. If you did enjoy this video, guys, please make sure to drop a like on it below and make sure to subscribe.